All right. So here we have all the terrain tiles. In the base game, you're going to have 7 tiles that you can assemble into one big board, or like I said, any combination of whatever you want to do.
Cool.
And over here, we have all of the robot parts. There are 24 unique parts in total. There are 4 torsos, 4 legs, 4 backpacks, and then 12 different types of arms. So you can assemble 4 unique robots for every gameplay, and there's a couple extra arms because everybody loves more guns. Like I said, each of these parts has a card that's associated with it. When you start playing, it's a draft style pick where we go back and forth and pick and counter pick what kind of robot you want to play.
Okay.
So yeah, let's start picking robots.
So what we do is we roll 1d6 for draft order pick.
Okay.
It will go then snake order. So it will go highest, lowest, then the lowest will come back around and pick.
Okay, so you're thinking like Catan setup style.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. All right, let's do this. So I got a 3.
So we both got 1, so we'll re-roll that. 5.
1, 1, 1, 5.
So you, me, Vincent, and then back around.
Okay.
Okay, so there are backpacks, arms, pilots, torsos, and legs. Torsos are where you get your resources to use all of your other abilities. So if you look right here, it says spend 3 power.
Okay.
And this guy provides 5 power to you.
Okay.
And you can see all the costs in the various cards. Pilots, ignore this part, that's an older version of the game.
Okay.
They just have an in-mech ability. They used to be able to get out on foot, but that has
I remember you mentioning when we spoke at Metatopia.
Yeah, that was an older mechanic that's been play tested out.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, whatever pile you want to start with.
Well, you know what? You sound like the torso is where
that's kind
where
of
the heart
core.
of it is. So
yeah,
let's start with that. So now I just pick one, and then I hand the rest of the deck to you.
Sure. And if you want me to give a little description, so there's the drill torso.
Okay.
It gives you extra movement, and you can actually get a melee attack off with the drill.
Okay.
And when you pop out of the ground, you push the opponents out of the way.
Okay.
The turret torso has a gun built into it.
That'd be this thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, what you're seeing here is the new 3D art.
Okay.
And this is the old 3D art. And
Okay.
actually, over here, I'm working on the new cards to go along with these.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, not quite done yet, but we can play with the older version.
So, all right.
And then
so that's
here,
drill.
This
that's
is
the turret.
This provides extra power, but less movement.
That'd be this one, the targeting computer.
Titan.
That's targeting computer. This is the Titan.
Oh, that's the Titan. Okay.
Yep. And then this one is the targeting computer, so this helps you hit better. Instead of rolling 2 dice to hit, you roll 3 dice and choose the 2 highest.
Okay.
But you have to pay power to do that.
Okay, so the Titan is the one that has the most power, though.
Correct.
All right, let's do. I'm gonna do the targeting computer one.
Okay.
So that'd be this one.
All right. All right. So I will choose. Let's choose a pair of legs.
Oh, you don't have to actually go for the torso. It's
Yeah.
a case of. Oh, okay. I thought it was a case of I have to choose a torso. Now we're all doing torsos, and then okay, very cool.
Yeah. So at this point in time, yeah, it was just whatever you want to pick.
Okay.
From the different files. Different people have different opinions on how that should be done. So we're still kind of playtesting it.
Okay.
Some things like that might change in the final version, but all right. So I'm going to pick the hopper legs.
I guess those are the fastest legs.
These, they're slow to walk, but if you pay power, you can leap really far.
Ah, okay.
And you can ignore the terrain penalties as you're walking through.
I'm going to choose the guy Goji Pilot.
What does he do?
He gives I get to choose a signature weapon at the beginning of the game, and that weapon gets +1 attack rolls for the entire game.
Aha.
Yeah, so he's kind of like the backstory behind that guy is he's sort of like that anime pilot he yells the name of his move as he's doing it.
I figure you're going for the Nadesico Gaigoji reference.
Exactly.
Yes. We're not singing the marching song. That's not happening.
He does because he chose that character. He has to do that stuff.
Chain gun attack!
Okay, so now that we're sticking back, so does he go twice?
He goes twice.
Okay,
Yes.
so you're
So
gonna
I pick my pilot first, then I am going to go with my first weapon, which actually will be a chain gun. Chain gun has range of 5 and it costs 3 and it gets +1 to hit each time I use it.
Okay.
I'm actually going to pick a weapon as well now.
Okay, what are the
I
backpacks?
already gave it to you. It's right there.
Oh, what's a quick version of what the backpacks do?
Okay, so this one adds bonuses to your attack because it helps you aim. This one is a mortar, so it fires off volleys that you have to you're trying to hit your opponents with. The barrier backpack allows you to put up energy walls in front of yourself to block line of sight.
Okay.
And the jetpack allows you to spend power to get extra movement.
Okay.
And you can fly over terrain.
Okay.
So I'm
Oh, it's your turn to.
Yep, we're gonna take the. I'm gonna take the buzzsaw. That's this weapon.
No, I'm gonna take a backpack, and kind of like that barrier one, so I'm gonna go with that.
All right, that's this guy right here. And the way that plugs in, it just goes straight into the back, spinning around. There you go. Oh no, you had it right the first way. I lied. Sorry about that. Yeah, these are fresh 3D prints, so some of them are kind of tough to.
No,
slide in.
that's why I'm being very careful with it.
They're actually fairly durable. So.
He's coming together.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna choose a torso. I'm gonna go with the Titan. Get some extra power. There we go.
I'm also gonna then shoot. Oh, you have to. He needed to pick twice.
Oh, I apologize.
Oh, hey, Mr. Cheater, pumpkin
You already
eater.
took a torso though, so I'm fine with this one.
Right.
Don't even know how to play my own game.
Welcome to my life. All right, so I probably gotta start working on getting my guy mobile.
So you have Titan, so you need 6.
Maybe explain that at the end after we go from belt.
You know what? I'm gonna take this. It's the siege legs.
So we use for right now we use these little chits to be our kind of our bookkeeping. So red is for the energy and
Okay.
green is for your movement. So as you're moving, you can spend them.
Okay.
So that's for your movement. So you get 4 of those.
And I get 5 power.
What's that?
We're gonna just play with both of the cards for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's your power allotment for the turn, and as you use these abilities,
Right.
you'll take these cubes and just move them over to the card that you're using.
Okay.
So say you want to activate your barrier backpack, you just move one of these cubes over there.
Okay.
And then you want to use your leg ability and move them over there, so on and so forth.
Okay.
For the legs, I usually just slide them over as I use the movement points.
Okay.
You don't have to do that either. It's just a way of bookkeeping. So that way, like because you can move and shoot in any order. So if you move like once and then you shoot and then you move twice, so it's just a way to give you an idea of how much you have left.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you don't have to worry necessarily.
Yeah, because there's no order and there's no phases of combat, like move
Right.
and then shoot. It's all just as much as you can do and what you can afford to.
Right.
So
It's my turn.
your round.
Because you picked torso, I am also going to pick torso. I am going to pick turrets. Turret here. I shall now snap my gun into place. Take my 5 energy. Now I am going to pick my legs. So rocket feet. These are the most mobile legs that we have. So I'm going to pick those. This snap in here. So as you see, guys coming together.
Yeah.
All set?
I am done.
Pick a backpack. I'm gonna go with Recon. In red.
Okay. So I'm gonna be picking 2 weapons, right?
Yes.
Or 2 cards and.
You need weapons and a pilot.
We don't have wave blast.
So there's a grabber, there's a battering ram, a missile launcher, SSC,
Yes.
super secret cannon.
So there's BFC, which you can probably guess,
Okay.
and then there's SSC. One is good, one is bad.
Huh.
Can you guess what it stands for?
No. The SS part is. Okay, got it. Never mind. I just figured it out. Arc
Yeah, so
cannon.
that's an inexpensive, like low range weapon.
This one.
No, the
the other one.
SSC. Yeah.
Okay.
So some of these we're kind of in between versions. So some
Okay.
of the weapons are being phased in and out. So the sniper is this one.
Okay. So let's do the sniper cannon.
Okay, there you go.
Ah, my guy fell over. He's already drunk. All right.
Go home.
Yeah, so you push it in, go in from the side, and then pull it forward to lock it in place.
Oh, I thought I did. I thought it was officially locked in. It was locked
There
in
you
all the way? Okay. And you know what? I'll take the piercing laser.
Okay,
Laser.
that's that one.
All right. So let me pull that card off.
All right. Now, what do I still need? I need pilot and a gun.
So is that actually a good combination, or did I just really
The piercing laser and the sniper?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Well, actually, you know what? I would choose a different weapon because you took 2 high-cost weapons,
Okay.
which means you can generally only attack once per turn.
Okay. So being able.
Whereas, like, my guy has a really low-cost weapon, so I could potentially attack 3 times in a turn.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's try something else.
So
You have the siege legs sniper combo, which is
Yeah, that's a good combo
Which is
right
good.
there.
Okay.
So try to look for something that costs 2 or 3.
2 or 3. Okay.
Yeah. So like that one right there is a melee weapon that only costs 2.
Yeah.
That one.
Can I like just batter things anyway if they're melee or not really? Can I whack a guy with my sniper gun if they come to
No.
melee or no?
No.
Oh, you actually need a dedicated melee. Can I kick him?
No.
Okay. Can I ram him?
There's a card in the deck that allows you to ram, but not as a basic action.
and
Okay.
the drill torso will allow you to ram.
Right, but I don't have that torso. I have.
Right.
I went with the targeting computer. All right.
So generally when I'm building them, I kind of go like 1 long range,
one
1 melee,
melee,
or
yeah.
1 long, 1 short, just to cover all my bases.
Yeah. You know what? I'll do the. I can't do the wave blast because you don't have that one, right?
Correct.
That was the yeah.
Yeah, I gotta take those cards out. Working on it.
Right. You know what? I guess I'll just take the. I'll take the sword arm.
All right. I'm sorry, but I can't read that.
Are we doing turn order each round?
Yes.
Just the number.
That's
It's
whatever.
kind of weird and lopsided. It's like
Yeah, the sword arm is printed a little bit too big. I think I might reach. Although it is pretty fun to have a giant sword.
It's like help! I've fallen and I can't get up without stabbing everyone.
All right, so let's see. What do I need now? Another arm and a pilot. Let's go for pilot. I'm gonna go with these.
Somebody was going, oh, it's snowing out there. You don't want to go out there. That's not freaking snow.
All right, I'm gonna grab the.
It's
mortar,
just depressing at this point to
the
see
mortar
any form of
backpack.
snow.
No, actually, we've had so much snow. I'm psyched because we only got like 15 inches to hit break the record. Go for it. It's only February. It's going to happen anyway.
That is true. That
Might
is
as well
true.
be enthusiastic about it.
I'm gonna grab the missile launcher. Cool.
Oh, that's You made that game?
Yep.
So I met the graphic designer. What's his name?
Matthias?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I met him at Metatopia and Gen Con actually.
You met me too.
Yeah. Yeah, I met you at Metatopia, but I don't think I saw you at Gen Con, did I?
2014?
The last one, yeah.
No, I was in 2013.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I couldn't afford to go and hit up 2000.
Yep, I'll be there too. Is Vinny doing the first explosion
Yep.
thing again?
Yep. I'm working for him there.
Is there signups yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta get on that.
Yeah, you should. All right,
Because that was awesome.
All right,
Yeah,
and we have
anyways.
to be picking pilot? Okay.
And that's your last piece, correct?
Maybe. Hyper! Oh, no.
I still need a gun.
Oh, do you?
Oh, do you?
That's fine. I'm gonna take the BFC cannon.
Because reasons. What legs do you have?
The hopper. So that's I have the ace pilot, so I have a total of 4 movement.
4 movement.
You know what? I'm going to take the ranger. Apparently he's really good with range weapons.
Yeah, you got a little combo going over there.
Yeah, you had a nice little combo.
All right, so let's get all these extra cards out of the way.
Titan. So you get 6.
We'll distribute all of the tokens.
Okay.
Usually how I set this up is, you can do whatever you want, but I like to set it up in a little grid.
Oh, we can get rid of all the extra cards now, right?
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, and we'll just use this board setup for now. So it's already set. Is this all on camera? Should we shift it over slightly?
Yeah, no, I got the whole board on camera.
All right.
I mean, if you really want to slide it over, we can. It's not a problem. Oh, you know, I really can't see his card, so yeah, let's bring the whole thing over.
Gotta love movie editing programs.
Post-production, what would we do without you?
All right, so let's roll to see who goes first in.
I think my dice gravitated.
There they are. Sorry about that. So in this game, we roll for initiative basically every round.
Okay.
So it's constantly changing turn order.
Okay.
So we'll do 1d6, and this is for placement of your robots in the beginning, and then also to see who goes first. So I rolled 6, rolled 5. So I'll go first, followed by Vincent, and then finally you.
Oh, so me rolling low is actually really good.
You place.
You place last, so yes, you get
Yeah,
to
so I get
see
that.
where we get to play, where we place, and then you get to.
It's kind of the advantage of going
Decide
last.
accordingly.
Yeah. It's the battle
So,
take advantage.
I'll place that guy there. And so the starting location for your robots are these center hexes that are surrounded in gray.
Got it.
I will go in the forest.
And to explain how the terrain works, these ones are plains.
Got
There's
it.
no modifier to your robot. These ones are rough terrain. They cost an extra movement to walk into.
Got it.
Mountains cost an extra movement to walk into, but once you're on top of it, you have the higher ground advantage.
Okay.
So you have +1 to your attack roll.
Okay.
Forests, if you are in a forest or your opponent is shooting through a forest to hit you,
Right.
you get +1 to your defense roll.
Okay.
Water costs an additional movement to walk onto, but if you start your turn in it, you get an additional power point.
Okay.
So it's similar to BattleTech, how the heat
Yeah,
sinks
the heat
type stuff.
point thing.
Yeah, and then there are hazard terrain where if you start your turn on this one, you get -2 power. So it's like irradiating your power supply.
How we determine line of sight in this particular game, it's center to center. If
Hold on one second. Okay. Okay.
so, the way we determine line of sight in Mech Deck is it's center to center.
Got it.
If you pass through anything from center to center, then you assume that your line of sight is obstructed, A, by the mountain, or if your center passes through a forest, then you'll take the
defender will get an
will
additional
get the bonus.
Okay. All right. So I should start placing my guy at this point.
So a decent starting location is the forest because you get that defense roll if you don't go first. There you go.
Facing doesn't cost anything, so I know a lot of people ask that question.
Yeah, because I was already thinking that. I'm like,
Yeah, facing doesn't cost any movement. It's literally just to move through another hex will cost a movement.
Okay.
Or if you take your, go through the water, go on top of the mountain.
right.
Okay, and then starting hand is determined by what turn order you are. So as player 1, I draw 1 card.
Okay.
Player 2 draws 2 cards.
I get the right.
Player 3 draws 3 cards. There's a maximum hand size of 4.
Got it.
And at the end of your turn, you draw up to or discard down to a total of 4. That way, if you need any counteraction cards to help defend yourself when it's
Right.
not your turn, you get that full hand, get the availability. of
Got
those
it.
There are
cards.
action cards and reaction cards. Action cards can only be played on your turn. Reaction cards are played on your opponent's turns.
Got it. Okay.
Cool.
And you can play any number of these cards
Okay.
on your turn.
Doesn't cost you anything to do so.
Nope.
Got it.
The hand cards have no cost. Okay, so on my first turn, what did I get? Okay. Can't use that right now. I am going to spend 3 power on my hopper legs to jump into this forest. 4 range. And then I'm going to spend 2 movement to walk 1 over here into the water.
Okay.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to try to shoot you.
Okay.
So the way this works is I roll 2 dice.
Well, let's see here. You also got
Yeah, so mountains
mountains in a
usually
way?
block line of sight, but since center of my hex to center of your hex rides the line between them,
Okay.
the shot is valid. You,
Okay.
however, are in a forest, so you get +1 to your defense roll.
Got it.
I have no modifiers to my attack roll because there's nothing on my stats. I don't have any cards in my hand that help out, so I just purely have an attack roll.
Okay.
Ties go to the attacker.
Okay.
If you roll double sixes, you automatically defend no matter how many bonuses I have. So I can
Okay.
roll a 32, and if you roll 2 sixes, you defend.
Got it.
All right, so I roll an 11.
I
Roll a
don't.
6. So I deal you a damage.
Okay.
Right now, these currently only have 1 hit point each, but eventually the cards will have a flip side to them,
Got it.
where they will have secondary stats. But for now, since I don't have the secondary stats on the other side, what we'll do is we'll just have 2 hit points per robot, per
Okay.
part, and you'll just turn it to signify that this has taken damage, and we'll just use the stats that are on there.
Got it.
So I will deal you 1 damage, and you have to choose which of your parts gets damaged. It takes 2 hits to kill a part. Alright, so your sword takes 1 damage, and let's see, that is the last of my power. So I am done. So at the end of my turn, I draw 3 cards to fill up my hand,
Got it.
and then it's Vincent's turn.
Okay. So, for the first thing I am going to do, I'm going to spend 1
Okay.
to activate my mortar. And I'm going to place it here.
So how the mortar works is it's a delayed shot.
Got it.
So he marks where the shot is going to land,
Right.
and then when it's his next turn, that at the beginning of the turn, that will resolve.
This
Got
is
it.
why the random turn order is so important, because then if I roll again and I go first, then
I don't have a chance to get out of the way.
Got it.
So it's kind of what makes the variable turn work, because every other time if I just placed a called-in strike,
Right.
then they'd be able to move out of the way of it every single time.
Got it.
So this allows kind of that variability of that.
Okay.
So that was for 1 power. I activate my mortar. Then for 3 power, I activate my chain gun. Now, because of Gaigoji's signature, which I designated as my signature ability, I'm going to get +1 to my attack roll. My range is 5, so I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My line of sight does go through a forest
Right.
when I go center to center, so he will get +1 to his defense.
Forests are not cumulative. It's just 1 flat +1 to defense if forests are involved in any shot.
If there's multiple forests in a way, it doesn't block
It
line of
doesn't-
sight completely.
It doesn't add more and more. No.
Okay.
All right, so
So I get +1, you get +1 as well.
I rolled a 6.
9. So I hit.
Yep, you hit me. All right, I am going to take a damage on my buzzsaw.
You know what? I have 1 power remaining, so I'm going to spend that, and I'm also going to call in a mortar strike over here as well.
That's not in range.
Oh,
You only
right.
have a 4 range.
I do. So I am going to 1.
Not gonna do that.
So I
If
can't
you just
actually-
move 1 forward, all the rest of that stuff will be valid.
True. I wasn't even counting that. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. I'm going to place 2 mortars down.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So at this point, it is now my turn.
It is
right?
your turn, yes.
All right. So first thing I'm gonna do is orbital blast.
Nice.
Apparently, that allows me to mark an entire hex as
Entire
being.
one, yep.
Yeah. So let's do this one over here. You shot me. I'm gonna shoot you.
I got to drive.
Okay. I'm also gonna drop an aimbot,
All right, so
and I'm gonna drop it.
I don't. There's no token that says aimbot on it, so just use one of the flipped over blank ones,
So you can put it on any hex adjacent to you.
and that
Okay.
just follows you around as you walk.
Okay.
And with those, they basically, they're just 1 hit point.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so I can target your aimbot and blow it up.
Okay. So I'm gonna spend. It requires spend 2 power. Your mech cannot move after using this ability. And sorry. So actually, I can spend. How much is it? It's 2 movement points to go up the mountain.
Correct.
So I'll spend 2. Moves me over to here. Now, does this has to move out of the hex, or does it stay there?
It stays next to you at all times, so you can choose where you want to position it after you move.
Okay. So I'll just move it there. And then I can 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you're actually good. So what I'm gonna do is I'll drop. Oh, I don't have the power to do that. I don't care about that right now.
You haven't spent any power yet, so you can.
No, I can't use this and then use this because it costs me.
Oh, you wanted to use your targeting computer
Oops.
first.
All right. Oh well. So you know what? I still have that aimbot, so I'll just drop the 4 power on the sniper rifle, and I'm gonna pop you,
You also get +1 for being on a mountain.
and I get +1 for the aimbot.
Yep. So you have
Plus
+2
two.
to your roll, and I have no defense modifier, so I'm just a flat roll. So I have a 5.
I have a 7, which turns into a 9.
All right, you deal me a damage. So I will deal 1 to my backpack.
Okay. And then I will drop a power on the barrier.
All right, and the way that works is you choose which of the 6 sides of the hex to have the barrier appear, and that
Okay.
just blocks line of sight from that direction. And just put the word barrier under your robot in the facing that you want it to.
Oh, okay. It goes on the
Just as
barrier.
a little signifier.
Yep.
There you go.
All right.
All set?
I can't do anything else. I'm out of power.
Okay, so now you draw up to a total of 4 cards, and then we'll roll again for turn order.
So 1, 2, 3. I'll look at them after the initiative roll.
I rolled 4.
Oh, rolling wrong one die. I don't know why I rolled 2. Sorry about that.
It's alright. It might actually make sense to change that to 2d6, so just everything in the game is 2d6, so it doesn't change back and forth. So Vincent goes first, I go
think I
second, you go last.
Again.
Cool.
Yeah, and
so,
you actually, those damages get resolved, so you get a shot off on me with your mortar.
I do. So roll for mortar.
I rolled a 9
Oof.
against
I do
4.
not hit.
Alright, so I dodged that.
Cool. I will then regen my energy there. I need to get out of this hex. So I am going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I moved 4. Let's see here. I'm going to activate my missile launcher. Cool. I'm going to activate my missile launcher on you once. And it looks like there's no
Yeah, nothing blocking.
flat.
I rolled a 6.
9.
So you deal me a damage. I'm gonna take. I'm getting torn up already. I'll take a damage to my legs.
Now I will activate my rocket launcher a second time. Now I'll take a -2 to hit, but I will fire at you this time.
Okay. All right. Well, you can't. I have a barrier.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's perfectly lined up to block that shot.
that's true. So I will fire at you this time again for a -2. That one's mine.
Yep. So I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 3. So you're good?
Now, here's my question.
Yep.
Is it a cumulative -2 every time he takes an extra shot, or is it -2 blanket?
With that particular weapon, every time you fire, it gets worse and worse.
Okay. Got it. Oh, that's an ability of that weapon.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Now I'm going to activate my mortar, and I will place that on top of you and your barrier.
Okay. All right.
So I will end my turn. Actually, I am going to drop.
Yeah, at any time, you can dump cards out of your hand if you don't like them.
Got it.
So that at the end of your turn, you can get new ones.
I'm going to discard those 2 and draw 2 more.
All set?
I'm done.
All right. So since I started my turn in water, I get an extra power.
Got it.
Can I just grab an extra red cube? Thank you. All right, so I'll reset all this stuff. And I will play the radiation charge card. And how this works is it turns the negative terrain tile into a positive terrain tile.
Got it.
So basically I choose the hazard closest to me and the hazard farthest away from me, which would be
Here, probably. 2, 3, 4, 5,
yeah,
6.
probably that one. So the first player to come and collect this gets 2 additional power points.
Got it.
Either of these 2. So I'm gonna move 1 over.
Collect it.
So I'll spend, that's 1 movement to collect 2 additional power. And then I'm gonna walk 1 more forward. So that's 1 more power. And I'm going to try to buzzsaw your aimbot.
The barrier doesn't do anything about that.
Doesn't help that guy because he's on a different hex. So the way your tokens work.
No,
is
the
it's
barrier is what I said, not the aimbot. The barrier.
Oh, he's attacking.
I'm attacking this.
Oh, you're taking that. Oh, okay. Aha.
So I rolled a 5. And
10.
he rolled 10, so he is
Safe.
set. I'm going to try that again because I have so much power I've accumulated this turn.
Now, I cannot use riposte on that, can I?
No, because it's not an attack against you. It's
Got
an
it.
attack against your little helper robot.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to try to attack him again. I rolled a...
Tie.
So ties go to the attacker in
Got
this
it.
game.
So that's gonna be destroyed.
Buzzsaw him in half. Alright, so then I will spend 3 power on my jumper legs to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump behind Vincent. Then I'm going to spend my last 2 power to try to buzzsaw him.
Take care. Thank you.
I rolled an 8.
But wait, I will react and do over. Nice. So
So you
defend.
dodge that attack. But I will also play a shoot from the hit card. So I get a free attack with one of my weapons, but it has a -4 to its attack roll.
Wow.
So I am going to shoot from the hit with my BFC. So I rolled a 3. And that does not hit. It was worth a shot.
You're basically looking for him to roll snake eyes at that point. Yeah.
And as my final action,
Or
I'm
even
gonna
if I
bring
roll
out,
3 too, because the ties go to attack it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm also going to bring out a sentry gun as my final move. And the way this guy works is he's on a delay, so when he comes out, he can't fire until the following turn. So I'm going to place him right there.
Okay.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. So I already moved all my energy back. I moved all my my movement back.
Your heavy, your orbital blast resolves.
Is nothing's in there, so it's for naught.
So you're staying.
So let's do. You know, I'm gonna take a shot right off the bat. Drop
So
it
at
forward
this
that
point,
way.
at the beginning of your turn, your barrier goes away. And if you want to use it again, you have to
Right, I gotta pay for it again. So here, you want to move that up? Okay. So we'll take the. I'm gonna take the shot, and I'm also gonna play explosive ammo. Any adjacent to the target of your next attack must also defend against the attack roll. All mechs hit by this attack are pushed away from you to a hex of your choice. Mechs and mountains prevent this movement.
Wow.
And the way that works is you can choose to have him land here, here, or here. But since I'm here, I block him from moving that way.
Right.
So you can push him here or here. But
Now-
since I'm adjacent to him and my sentry gun is adjacent to him, if you hit him, we all have to get to defend against the
Right,
attack.
which is why I'm kind of hoping for it.
Yep. Okay, so roll against him.
I figured I had to play this before I roll, right?
Correct.
And you're on a mountain,
Right.
So he gets plus
One.
1 to his rolls.
and there's no.
And I have an 11, so it's a 12.
So I need double sixes.
Oh, plus 1 for ranged weapons, so actually I've got 13.
I need double sixes.
That's plus 1 range to ranged weapons.
Oh, okay. I'll take that too.
Oh, my Lanta.
All right, so you deal damage to him. So now, me and my sentry gun have to also defend against this roll.
Right.
You don't have to re-roll it, so this is pretty brutal.
Okay, now here's my other question.
Yep.
You said I'm allowed to choose any space. Why can I not push him into you to try and get like a impact damage on you?
I like that idea, and we actually used to have something like that in the
Right.
game. But that is a lot of text to put on the card.
Oh, I figured with anything. Oh, is there are there actual basic weapons that push?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
My gun here pushes, and it already has a block full of text.
Got
so
it.
I kind of had to make a choice of.
I would probably put it in the rules if you want to keep it. I would just put it in the rules.
Because we're
Yeah,
actually
it is a fun rule. So.
we're experimenting with some other things too that we were playing with last night, and that whole like collision mechanic kind of is preventing that. So we have to think about. that.
Collision mechanics it's kind of like a basic war game thing. I would actually, and considering you guys are basically building a war game, I would actually, in all honesty, I would say, okay, listen, we got to work it out. You may need to kind of like tone down the actual impact if you're feeling like it's too much damage.
Yeah.
But it's something at least worth considering.
All right, cool. We'll look into it. All right, so my defense roll against your 12.
Yep.
So I do not defend, so I take a damage. Now let's see for the sentry gun. Is also destroyed.
So now you get to move
sentry
us
gun is
too.
gone.
So that we exploded, we took damage. Now you push us.
Okay, so we'll move him to here because it's away from me, and you also move away from me, so you're
Yep.
gonna move over to here.
And it's into hazardous terrain.
Yep, that was an excellent play.
That was really good.
So I will take a damage to my BFC.
Okay. I'm gonna do.
So we have a sniper on a mountain, just blowing us up over here.
Don't you even worry about a thing.
Because little thing gonna be all right.
I have things that are going to happen next turn.
Good plans, a man with a plan over here.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I will spend some movement points here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually. Let's see here. To get from here would be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Correct.
You doing?
Yeah, I'll just spend the 4 and just go over to here. And that's gonna be there. So, then that spends all that, and I'll erect a barrier. I got it. And that's it.
All right. So now, do you need cards?
I need 1 card, so I'll take 1 card.
Now we'll roll for turn order.
Oh, and I think you're supposed to be able to goes and where's the
Yeah,
discard?
just right here.
Okay.
All right, turn order. I rolled a 4.
5.
6.
Damn.
Okay, so it's Vincent.
All right.
Followed by you.
Oh wait, that doesn't
and-
matter. You moved out of the way, so that's not
Yeah.
resolved. I start now with 2 less power, so I only get 3 this turn because I'm in hazardous terrain. So I'm